Lassiter Factor.
What's up, all my movie-loving maniacs? This is your boy Bangful B of the Lassiter Factor, and today I'm going to talk about Freakier Friday, which was released in theaters over the weekend. I went to the theater to go see it, so let's review. So Freakier Friday is the sequel to Freaky Friday, which was also a remake of the movie from the 70s, but of course most people my age and a lot of people in this day and age is most familiar with Freaky Friday from 2003. But in any case, Freakier Friday takes place 22 years after the first film, in which Anna Coleman, she's all grown up, she's a single mother and got a daughter of her own. Her daughter gets into it with another kid from school. Her mother gets called to the school where she meets the parent of the kid that her daughter got into a fight with. They hit it off, fall in love, and 6 months later, they're getting married. But her daughter and soon-to-be stepdaughter are still not getting along. And on the night of Anna's bachelor party, she gets a visit from a psychic in which the events of the first movie happen again. They switch bodies, except this time, Anna, she switches bodies with her daughter, and her mother switches body with Anna's soon-to-be stepdaughter. Body switching, hijinks, them learning lessons, and a bunch of old jokes. Now, like I said, I have never seen the Freaky Friday movie from the 70s. The one that most people my age and people in this day and age is most familiar with is Freaky Friday from 2003, which starred Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan. And it is a movie that I did enjoy very much. In fact, I did a review of it back in 2023 for its 20th anniversary. Check it out. And when I heard that they were making a sequel, I was a little bit curious, and then I saw the trailer for it, and it still had me curious. But at the end of the day, I went into this movie not really expecting much, because it is a long-awaited sequel after all, a legacy sequel at that. All I expected was just to go in, have a few good laughs, and just have fun with watching Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis play teenage girls that stuck in their bodies. And that's exactly what I got, nothing more, nothing less, and all I have to say is it's not actually bad. Though I do think this movie would have been better served if it was dropped on Disney+, which I think was the original intent, but then Disney was like, nah, let's put this in theaters. I think you can make some money. Now, like I said, I did have fun with this movie, but knowing what the plot of the movie did seem fun after watching the trailer, but after actually seeing the movie, it is a bit convoluted, because after a while, I did get lost in like, okay, so this person's actually this person, so we're supposed to be focusing on this person, like, you see what I mean? But like I said, watching the cast pretend to be different people was fun in itself. Lindsay Lohan, who's in a bit of a renaissance at the moment, it was fun seeing her in this movie. And in fact, watching her in this movie, I am reminded, like, oh yeah, that is why she was kind of huge during the mid-2000s. And I am happy that she is sober and in a happier place and thriving. And just seeing her here, I just feel nothing but happiness for her. And like I said, she was great in this right here. Plus, you got to think, she is now a mother herself, both in this movie and in real life, so it was a lot easier for her to relate to this movie. Jamie Lee Curtis, which I'll admit, I'm still a little bit salty over the fact that she won an Oscar over Angela Bassett, but whatever. But regardless, Jamie Lee Curtis, she is always a delight to watch in whatever genre you put her in, and she was a delight to watch in this comedy right here, and she really came to play, and she was fun to watch. Then you got the two ladies, in which they switch bodies with the two oldest cast members, and while they did a good job serving the story, but at the same time knowing that they were basically playing their older co-stars stuck in younger bodies, after a while it's like, all right, they're part of the main story arc, but just setting Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis's characters to the side for a bit, after a while you're like, you kind of forgot all about them, and you forgot that they were stuck in their bodies, so it just felt like there was only but so much they could do with them. As convoluted as this movie was, its heart still was in the right place, and it all did come all together at the very end. But like I said, this movie would have been better served if they had just put on Disney+, but regardless, I still had a lot of fun with this movie. It ain't perfect, but it was still fun. At the end of the day, you know who you are. Either you're going to enjoy this movie or you're just not. And if you really want to see this movie, just wait till it hits Disney+. It's a movie nobody asked for, but at the same time, having seen it, it wasn't that bad. So because of that, I'm just going to give Freakier Friday the shoulder shrug emoji. Thank y'all so much for watching. Have you seen Freakier Friday? If so, let me know what you think in the comments section below. This is your boy Bangful B of the Lassiter Factor. Stay safe, wash your hands. Peace.